Keep your radio dial right here. You're locked into the hottest news station on the planet. Hot 702.5 in FM sound. Blazing today's hip hop, R&B, and pop music. Keeping your radio on fire. Bringing you the hottest, realest, riskiest talk shows live 24/7 on hot7025fm.com.
What's going on, everybody? It's your main man, 360, the poet from the Morning Wood, and I'm here to talk to you about the Sci-Fi Center. It's your Vegas home for science fiction, horror, and fantasy. From comic books, toys, and posters to movie screenings and live events, they've got you covered. Located at 900 Kevin Avenue, Suite B209, give them a call, 702-900-4335, or reach them at thescificenter.com.
Hi. Hey.
What's up?
All your favorite artists.
Check it out. Say my name.
DJ Khaled.
This is Mila J.
Bruno Mars.
On hot7025fm.com.
Tune in now on hot7025fm.com.
It's your main man, 360, the poet from the Morning Wood. And are you looking for the perfect drink? Well, you found it. Mimosa Royale is the perfect combination of California sparkling white wine and natural juice that is both tasty and refreshing. No artificial colors or flavors, no sugar added, and it's gluten-free. As the world's first ready-to-drink mimosa, Mimosa Royale is perfect for any occasion, day or night. You no longer have to drink 12 of those seltzers just to get that perfect buzz. At 8% alcohol, Mimosa Royale is the perfect drink to party with. Offered in a variety of flavors and sizes, you are bound to find a Mimosa Royale that you'll love. We have berry, mango, apple, and orange, with more flavors to come. Mimosa Royale is the most award-winning flavored wine that serves in bottles or cans. You can find them online at drinkmimosa.com or find them at your local liquor store. Ask for it by name. Mimosa Royale. Check. What? What? I'm here. I'm in this thing. We on this thing. What up, Dak? We here. You know, sometimes you get in that thing, you think you're hearing something in the background and you ain't hearing what you thought you was hearing, but you start hearing something anyway. That's what I just did. That's exactly what I just did. So I got to make sure I'm positioned properly up in this thing to make sure all my angles is being hit and everything like that. And we going to go from there. So what's up, y'all? Where y'all at? What y'all doing? And what y'all doing? Where y'all at? Y'all know where y'all at right now. Y'all right here with Hollin' at the Homie right here on Hot 7025 FM. What's up, Amber? What's going on? What's going on, Hollow K431? All my people that's tuning in. Dakari Kofi. Always salute, baby. Good to see you. My 6'5" twin brother out there in this thing, hanging in like a hubcap in the fast lane. Let me get a little water, man. You know how it is, man. You get off for a week, man. And yeah, I was off last week because I had to, sometimes, man, when you can get into the doctor on a humbug, you got to go ahead and jump in there, So they hit me up on Tuesday like, hey, we got a cancellation. So you ain't got to wait until December to come in here and see us. You want to come? I said, yes, sir. And ma'am, I'm hollering at you right now. So anybody out there you need to get your body checked, make sure you're getting your body checked and checked out. And man, I got to get all this sweat off my forehead. It's a little warmer in the studio than normal. I forgot to turn the AC on when I walked up in this thing because it's a little cool outside. It's November up in this thing. What's up, PD? Patrice in here. I've been knowing her ever since, 1980? 88? That's a long time ago, Pat Rice. We've been rocking for a long time, my girl. That's the homie, too. She hollering at the homie. But I appreciate everybody. What's up? Working hard, trying to hardly work. I feel you, Dak. That's me, too, man. I'm just, I'm in this thing, man. Like I said, I'm in this thing like a wedgie, and we talking good stuff. As always, you tuned in and tapped into the #1 advice column in the land, whether online or live and in person. I'm looking for my Carmex, my chapstick right now, because I'm feeling like my lips is almost matching my beard, and that ain't cool because that's salt and pepper. Oh, there it is. Oh, life. Let there be life, and it was. See, I like to use a knuckle because I can get all in the crevice. Make sure I ain't missing a beat when it's time to get out there. There we go. See, my lips is singing in the back, in the corner. The corner of my lips is like, hallelujah. I promise they are. You know how it is when you feel like your lips about to crack from the inside out and you need some type of moisture on them things. That's what just happened to me. But here we go. Here we go with the flow. Y'all see me over here still digging in my bag, digging in the crates. But I got my letter out, you know. I always got to let y'all know that I got a disclaimer. Uh-oh, what just happened with that? What just happened? Why going on? There it is. That's a lot better. There we go. Can't have that over here. That's what's happening. I need y'all to not be over there. All right, there we go. Now we good. All right. Much better in life. All right, cool. Okay, just turn that all the way down like that. There we go. Boom. You say, would you say you get nervous when you can't find yours? I know. You need it. We got to make sure you got everything in order, you know? You say I'm telling my age. I ain't telling my age. I'm just telling folks how long I've been knowing somebody. Hey, man, what's going on over here, man? You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me. Whatever that is, you're killing me. Stop doing it. Because it's happening in my ear and I can't hear nothing. There it is. Cali Twin joined in. What up, Jace? What up, Click Shell? All my peoples out there, man. Me and Cali Twin was just together this weekend, celebrating 11/11 with the homie Al Rich. His birthday was 11/11. If anybody y'all know Al Rich, the Superman of the car biz down there at Cool Springs Toyota, down there in the Nashville area, then y'all make sure y'all holler at him, tell him happy birthday, happy 11/11, because his birthday was just in this thing. What's up, Denise B? All the way from Ohio. What's happening? That's what I'm talking about. I love when people tune in and tap in. I appreciate everybody that taps in and tunes in with the homie right here. 360 the Poet. That's me. Holla at the homie. That's what we do. We known each other for a while, man. Shout out to the ATL. Shout out to the A. The A always in the building. But anyway, we talking today. We was talking. I was chilling and chopping it up with Jason. Excuse me, Cali Twin. I'm giving you government out here on this thing, Jay. But I was with him, his twin brother, Al Rich. That we was all down there in L.A. kicking and having a good old grand old time. I am about to lose my mind over here. Whatever is happening, it needs to stop happening. I'm moving everything away that may be doing something that's causing that sound to happen in my ear because I don't like it. I don't like that sound in my ear. There it is. All right. Whew. There we go. Anyway, so we're going to dive into it, but I always like to give my disclaimer. Y'all know how I am about my disclaimer. I've never been to school for, or I've never been paid any tuition for becoming a clinical psychologist, psychiatrist, or anything of that nature, right? But what I am is more of like a life coach. And so through my life and through my experiences and through other people who I've been close enough to sponge up some of their life lessons and vicariously live through them and teach through their learnings and lessons. Because I like to say we don't take losses, we just get lessons. I was just talking that to my nephew Junior today because he on his way up, man. Shout out to Junior, about to graduate from University of Kentucky. That's what's up. Y'all, I'm gonna shoot him. Y'all see his stuff down in my profile. He vicious, man. He cold out there. Shout out to Double Lee, my niece out there. They holding it down. They about to shoot another video. But anyway, I was telling them earlier today, man, like, you know, when you destined for greatness and when you're doing things in your life that are great, you don't take losses. You just really, you gather lessons. You know, if things don't go the way you want them to do, you just gather those lessons. So what I'm doing is I'm learning through my lessons and other people's lessons, and I'm teaching y'all or trying to give y'all a little bit of information on how things can possibly occur in your life, because I never tell you what to do. I just give you options of what can be done based off the information that you've given me. You dig? So now we all on the same page. Again, what's up, Mara Nicole? Sister out there. She just selling another Scorpio out there. She just got back from throwing a big birthday party for her cousin. So you know how they do it. They patois. You know how them Caribbeans get down. And man, I wish I'd have been there for some of that food, because she is a slammer in that kitchen. But anyway, we're going to dive into today's letter. We talking self-esteem and stuff like that. So, away we go. It says, "Dear homie, I hope this letter finds you well. I'm reaching out to you because I find myself in a situation that weighs heavily on my heart, and I believe your insights can make a significant difference. My wife, whom I love dearly, has been struggling with the dip in her confidence, particularly in how she perceives her looks. As her husband, it pains me to see her feeling this way, and I am determined to support her in any way possible. I understand that confidence is deeply personal, but I am reaching out to you for guidance on how I can play a positive role in helping her regain the self-reassurance that she deserves. Now, she is an incredible person, both inside and out, and I want her to see herself through my eyes as a beautiful, strong, and amazing woman that she is. I've noticed that she often focuses on perceived flaws or compares herself to external standards. I want to encourage her to embrace her uniqueness and feel comfortable in her own skin. So, homie, do you have any suggestions on how I can approach this delicate situation? I want to be supportive without making her feel pressured or misunderstood. Are there any specific conversations or activities or gestures that can help boost her confidence gradually? I'm committed to fostering an environment where she feels valued and appreciated, and I believe that your advice could make a positive impact on our journey towards rebuilding her self-esteem. Thank you in advance for any insights you can offer, and I appreciate the work you help in doing and give other people navigate through life's challenges. Gratefully, a husband wanting help. Well, a husband wanting help. You said time was had, Mara. Well, husband wanting help. I appreciate you, man. So first and foremost, it's obvious that we have someone who is genuinely, from the pit of his heart, seeking advice and support on what I would consider a very challenging situation, And the reason I would consider it challenging is because things like this are never easy to judge, to balance, to be able to figure out, especially on your own, because my thing about it is, let's break down a little bit of his letter. He says, my wife, and then he says, whom I love dearly. So that shows me his sincerity. I want you to think that I'm not feeling my wife or anything like that. He let me know that he loves her dearly and has been struggling with her dip in confidence, particularly in how she perceives her looks. Now, as a man, as a husband, as a boyfriend, as a significant other, or, even sometimes as a girlfriend, you never know, sometimes the lady in your life is going to ask you, babe, how do I look? Or, babe, do I look fat? Or, babe, this, or babe, that. And they want you to judge them in some way, shape, form, or fashion, right? They want for you to pass some form of judgment, but in their heart of hearts, they just don't want it to be harsh judgment. And you should know this. You should already have words of affirmations and and confirmations and encouragement already ready in the holster. Like, pow, babe, you look absolutely awesome. I love how your blank does blank in that such and such. So you have to have these already ready, not pre-rehearsed, but already know what to look for. The things that that she it accentuates her confidence, and tap into those, right? So as he says, he's particularly struggling with her dip in confidence. He's struggling with it because normally that lets me know that normally she's a confident woman. But her dip in confidence, particularly in how she perceives her looks, and as her husband says it's a painful thing for him to see that she's going through that. But he also goes on to say that, what does he say here? I'm determined to support her in any way possible. First, this letter right here is letting you know he's determined to help. He's trying to find any outlet possible to help her get back into her groove, per se. What's this Dakari say? He said, man, a married woman who's insecure is a nightmare walking. He said that's notes from Ice-T, which is understood. But the thing about it is, sometimes, I'm always going to play devil's and angel's advocate in this, dealing with that comment. If a married woman is feeling insecure, as the husband, what ownership do we have in that? We always got to tap in and tune into that. We always got to tap in and tune into that. What's it say? Click Shell says, I'm wondering if some event happened to cause the change in her self-esteem. That's another thing, because it didn't go into anything that particularly happened. Like, sometimes, babies are born, or sometimes, COVID happens, anything can occur, right? But as a man in the relationship, if a woman's insecurity is growing, where is our lack of securing her depreciating at? We got to look at that, because a lot of that confidence, because in us, it's the same way. We feel a whole lot better when our woman tell us that we feel better, that we looking good. Of course, we still want them. We want those compliments externally. We want a woman to be like, damn, you smell good. Or like, oh, you look really nice today, sir. And they not even know you. And it feels good coming from outside, but it's so rewarding when it comes internally. The person that's looking at you every day who saw you 2 days ago when you didn't have a haircut. Or the person who saw you 2 days ago when you couldn't zip that dress. 2 months ago when you couldn't zip that dress up. It feels a whole lot better when it comes from internally. Comes internally from inside the relationship, right? That's a lot of people understand and know that is a way better feeling for people to receive when it's closer to the heart. It's received more warmly, more welcomed when it's closer to the heart. Right. So, but again, he says he's determined to help her in any way possible. So it's clear that the husband cares about his wife. I'm not questioning that at all. And he want to help her through the tough times, he's very supportive, based off all of this, because he came to me trying to figure out how can he be even more supportive. He shows genuine care for her well-being. He made a statement. He said, I understand that that confidence is personal. It's a personal thing. You can't make anybody confident, but you can contribute to their confidence. It's a personal thing. It's how people take it in and how people receive and perceive things. It's deeply personal, But he says he's reaching out to me for guidance on how he can play a positive role on helping her regain that self-assurance that, there's the big word, he says that she deserves. He says she deserves it. So again, I'm like you, Click Shell. I'm wondering what was it in her that triggered the regression in her confidence? There had to have been something. And unbeknownst to the husband, because I believe he probably would have put that into the letter. He probably would have put it in there. Maybe not. Maybe not. I'm trying to see if he clicked on. Yeah, they haven't seen him click on. But maybe not. But at the same time, he may not know what it was that occurred that caused her to go backwards in how she felt about herself. Click Shell says, just give honest, sincere compliments. Touch her randomly, show her off. And also he needs to watch what he's liking on social media. Ooh, see, that's a bar for me. That's a bar for me. Click Shell, because you never know, because that's what gets into your algorithm, or, your significant other may be, they look at, they may see liked by you, because it's going to tell who the person that they're closer to is liked anything that's particularly, flowing across their thing. What's up, Tina Wood? You know what I mean? You never know what it is that's, coming across your algorithm, because it's something that you liked 2 weeks ago. That's a bar for me. What's up, Double E? That's a bar for me to not start to pay attention to. But that's another good thing. Like she said, husband in search of help, touch her randomly, talk to her, whisper in her ear, pat her butt every now and then, ain't nothing wrong to walk by your woman and slap her on the ass. Just walk by, not no smack, but just lift that one cheek, lift that right cheek for her one time. Take 3 fingers and boop, lift that right cheek for her one time, and watch how she turn around and look at you. But you gotta look back at her like, yeah, I did that, and that's another way that you can kind of help rebuild anything that may be depreciated in her confidence department, right? This is a struggle. This is a common struggle, especially for married couples, because when you boyfriend and girlfriend, y'all just go together. Y'all got a choice. It's an expiration date on that relationship, and in some way, shape, form, or fashion until you lock it down, right? But Click Shell said that ass smack is always hot if we pretend. If we pretend we like it, and she said we pretend we like it's not. You know what I mean? Exactly. Y'all pretend like y'all don't like it. Y'all like it. Y'all like that. If your man walk by you, just randomly, even if you just smack it, just take it and just caress that cheek one time. But don't caress it just rubbing it like you're trying to get a stain off her dress. No, cup that cheek. Cup it. That's your woman. She like you. You like her. In y'all intimate times, you cupping them cheeks. So just walk by and just, cup it a little bit. Put your pinky finger right there on the bottom where the boy short line is. And I guarantee you, that's going to put a smile on her face. Guarantee you, Mr. Husband in search of help. These are some things that are possibilities that you can do to help you. Ask where there's certain methodologies, certain actions that you can occur that can cause it to come back gradually. And we're hoping that it does come back. And if not even gradually, hopefully it comes back quickly based off of these things that you're doing. Because sometimes it may, sometimes we're like, well, it's not me. I haven't done anything. It's not the fact that you haven't done anything. It's the fact that you haven't done anything. If the person that she chose to life share with and stuff like that has come on to the point where, you're not even stimulating, she'll feel like she's not stimulating you because you're not interested in her. That's her feeling, whether it's her perception is her reality. So these things that these ladies are telling you right here, I saw you click on too, husband in search of help. These things that these ladies are telling you on here, hey man, pay attention to that. Like these are real things. Like she say, whisper in her ear, tap her on the ass every now and then. If she got a ponytail, don't pull it and yank it, but just act like you're doing something sensual. Not even sexual, something sensual. Pull that whole ponytail like to the end of it and then twist the end with your fingers like, and bite your lip. Guarantee you that's going to boost her confidence. I'm giving y'all I'm going to start charging y'all for some of this game. I promise I am. No, I'm not, because I like to give it away for free. But these are a couple things. Like, this is a common struggle for married couples because you've been with somebody for a certain amount of time. And sometimes, like, you start to feel like the water's not boiling anymore. Like, you're starting to feel like, yeah, the pot's on the stove, but what stink worse than old hot dog water? You know what I mean? You don't want old hot dog water. You want to make sure that you still got to stir it up. What's Dakari say? He said, here's my thing. What if he's doing these things already? Compliments, cheek cups, shoulder kisses. Insecurity as a married woman is, need I repeat, a nightmare. She needs therapy. Not always, man. I mean, I'm always a big advocate for therapy, but at the same time, and maybe that's not the area in which she's feeling insecure in the relationship. Maybe it's not. If those things aren't working, those all are in a certain arena. Those are more of the physical the let me touch on you type of area. Maybe she's feeling emotionally insecure. Maybe she's feeling spiritually insecure. Maybe she's feeling like your masculinity is bringing her insecurity because she may be being the man of the house and the woman of the house. It's so many different ways that women can feel insecure in a relationship that you can kind of tap into as a man and find out where you're lacking in those areas and boosting her confidence, because it's areas in where you need her to do you the same way. Whether we admit to it or not, we need people to lift us up and build us up, especially internally. What's Click Shell say? Also, careful your interactions with other women. It may be innocent, but there's no quicker way to make a woman doubt herself than to think that a man is paying attention to someone else. Woo! That's another thing. Watch how you say, ooh, damn, making good. You can't just be hollering that out, you know what I mean? You say, you can't just be hollering out those things, or if not saying the same thing about your woman. You understand what I'm saying? Put that same intent behind it sometimes. And yeah, sometimes therapy is needed. But in every area, sometimes in-house therapy is what's going to make it work. Because you have to, what our biggest thing is when you point the finger at people, 3 fingers point right back at you. That stands for me, myself, and I. That's the part I play in this. So don't just point fingers. You have to be able to say, where do I fit in? What is my part? You understand what I'm saying? As a leader of the household, if you're going to be the head and not the tail, if you're going to lead, you have to find and decipher. Not every general don't just go into the war winning. No, you got to strategize. Find out how to win the war. What makes the war winnable? Because every war is not negative. It's a battle between the good, the bad, and the ugly to make it all come together to bring about peace. What's the purpose of war? To bring about peace, right? So if you're trying to get peace in your house, you got a war with whatever the issue is, right? So that's my whole thing. So be understandable, exactly how you show up. How do you show up in times of the insecurity? Do you show up like, damn, what's wrong with you again? Or I'm not doing all this? Because sometimes your actions as a man or her actions as a woman can bring about insecurities on the other side based off your own actions, like basically how you receive how they're feeling insecure. Sometimes you're giving them more fuel to what they're feeling insecure about. Maybe they're not feeling supported and their insecurities are based upon their lack of support inside the home, inside the relationship. Because you're not always inside the same home and have these issues. Sometimes the relationship is home base. How are you bringing about insecurity, or how are you depreciating the insecurity that's developing inside the relationship? These are real questions that need to be asked, right? Like, what is it that makes them tick? What is it that makes this occur? What is it that makes this not happen again? And you're in a relationship, is, especially marriage, you signed on for better or for worse. Everybody cool, and people quick to support they person when things are good. When things are good, oh man, me and my blah, blah, blah are this. Look at us do this. Everybody posting everywhere when things are good. But what about the worst? It's two sides to the coin, right? What happens when you face down, ass up then? To the world. Then when you showing your tail, then how do you feel? How do you show up in the relationship when you showing your tail? We got it when you heads up. When it's heads up, 7 up, and you on top of the world, sitting on top of the world, top of the world, top of the world. You heard Brandy. We know what happens when you sitting on top of the world. But what happens? What happens when you out here and things aren't as good? When shit's hitting the fan, literally, figuratively, what happens then? How do you show up? Like Tina Wood said, how do you show up? That makes a difference. He said people don't take marriage seriously. People don't. A lot of people get into marriage for the wedding. A lot of people get married for the wedding. You know what I mean? And don't get me wrong, I've been to some cool weddings, and mine was fire. Anybody who's at my wedding, no. Mine might have been the wedding of the decade. I ain't gonna lie. But I ain't get into it for that. I didn't. I don't think she did either. I'm just playing. I'm playing, babe. But, a lot of people get married for the wedding and for the gifts and for the attention at the moment, right? But again, you know what I always say, nobody knows where the nose goes when the door's closed. What happens when on the other side of the coin, when his head's up, everybody's smiling, hey. But what happened when his ass up, when his tail's? When you showing your tail, how do you handle it then? You feel me? You got to learn each other in order to know each other. Yeah, let me need to be rewind that. You have to learn each other, meaning you have to be able to dissect each other to the point where you're learning all about them. Kevin Cordova said wedding of the decade. Boom. That's right. The car hit me with the 100 and the pound. Y'all was both there. That's right. Of the decade. But you have to learn each other. Just like you studying, like anybody that went to school for anything. If you went to any class, you took math, you had to learn the math in order to know the math, right? You had to learn fractions in order to know fractions. Same thing with your partner. You have to learn each other, meaning study each other and be willing to not know the answer to each other, but want to find it out. You have to want to find the answer. If you don't want to work, what you in it for? Look, one thing you'll never see is success come before work, unless you're looking in the Webster book. What up, Al Rich? Lamb. You know what I mean? So one thing you got to understand is you have to learn each other in order to know each other. Be willing to put in the work to find the answers. Yeah, sometimes it's Cliff Notes. Talk to a certain person, you know, and those are legit Cliff's Notes, right? But at the same time, you really had to be wanting to get the answers. You know, people thought Cliff's Notes was cheating. It's not cheating. It's just people that want to get the answer quicker without having to go through the whole process of dissecting all the words. Everybody can't break down all the words, right? You know, but some people can break down the points. Some people just want the point. But you need to find out and be willing to want to know what the points are that they're making. Listen. You know what I always say? I told y'all, my brother-in-law, Cece, told me, he said, man, you can hear a car bumping down the street, but you can't listen to the lyrics unless you're in there, unless you focused and listening. It's a difference between hearing and listening. And what's Click Shell say? Wondering maybe sex changed or maybe she was rejected. That's, you know what? And you know what? That's another thing. When men and women, when it comes about sex and rejection, we need to get out our feelings, right? We really need to, because sometimes we got with this person. Yeah, we know we got with a person and we want to do. We like, oh yeah, I can do it all the time, or you know, on call sex, right? But it ain't really on call all the time once you get deeper into it. Like, and we can't look at it as rejection. We got to look at it as dual preparedness. You know, if we look at it more as dual preparedness, like, you know. Sometimes women been doing it forever. Women give us some, even when they don't even feel like doing it sometimes. You know what I mean? But then, like men, sometimes we don't feel like doing it. We ain't gonna be able to do it. We ain't doing it. You know, so then it comes off as rejection. You know, but women feel like since they've been going against their grain the whole time, you know, what's up, queen of my world? When women been going against their grain the whole time, you know, just doing whatever, just even when they're not in the mood, they feel like when we don't do it, then it's rejection. And it's not rejection. It just got to look at it as dual preparedness. Okay, so anybody that's out there listening and has got an issue with feeling like they may have been rejected in bed by their person, don't look at it as rejection. Now, don't get me wrong. If they just be like, hell no, I ain't rocking with you, they rejecting your ass. But if you know, if they, you know, turn a certain way, sometimes their ego or their feelings won't allow them to process the words needed for you to understand what they're going through. Think about that. You know, sometimes their, you know, ego, you know what I say about ego, eliminating the greatest outcome. That's my words. That's 360 the poet. You know, it's eliminating the greatest outcome of the possibility because we allow our ego to not allow us to process the words to deliver to the person. So please, let's not let that be a part of our depreciation of self-esteem. City Ballers, what up with you, D? Please don't let that be a part of why we depreciate our self-esteem and things like that, because sometimes it just deals with dual preparedness. But back to what I was saying about like learning each other to know each other. You have to be able to put in the work to find out what blanks this other person has. You know, it's like doing a crossword puzzle. Give me a 5-letter word for he don't want to have sex right now. Tired. There it is. He tired. Tired. 5-letter word if he don't want to have sex right now. Not like he don't love you. That's too many letters. Not like he messing around with somebody else. That's too many letters. Tired. Tired. 5-letter word. But you have to be willing to fill out the blanks. Men and women. Partner and partner. You have to be willing to fill in the blanks. Even people that don't even identify as either. These, theys, and thems. You have to be willing to fill in the blanks of your other thee, they, and them. You know? Because if not, then you're not putting in the work necessary to make sure your part is filled. People be like, well, you know, relationships are 50-50. Yeah, 50-50, but it's 50% of 100% given. Like, all you need is 50 of my 100 that I'm giving. That way I can still have 50 to receive your 50 and still be on 100. So you still got to give 100%. You understand what I'm saying? But all that's necessary of that to fill in those blanks will be 50% of that. So if you go into it knowing that you're not going to depreciate all of you to fill in the blanks, then you should be good. You know, so that's the way you got to be able to because the writer goes on and says she's an incredible person, both inside and out. And I want her to see herself through my eyes as a beautiful, strong, and amazing woman that she is. Okay, that's perfect. You believe these things. You feel this way about her. But sometimes it's all about how do you show it? Like, anybody who hasn't read the 5 Love Languages book, read that thing. Read it. You dig? Because it's important to figure out what love language your person speaks, what love language you speak. Because words of affirmation, compliments, things like that may not be what she receives. She may not have gotten that throughout her life, or even if she may have gotten it before, it may have come with some other connotation that is not going to uplift her now. So now you got to kind of, again, if you don't want to be in it for all of these, if you're like, man, I ain't trying to figure all that out. Well, you don't want to be in it. I'll tell anybody that if you don't want to figure out all the left fields and curveballs that come your way in a relationship, then you just don't want to be in that relationship. I don't know what else to tell you. Like, if you're not willing to and wanting to be able to put in the time to figure out why going on, then why be there? That's my whole thing on that. Like, if you there, you in it. So you figure some of it out. Not saying like you got to be at everybody's beck and call. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Nah, I'm not saying that either. What I'm saying is, like, we going to figure this out. How can I talk to this person in a way that they'll receive what I'm saying to them? We've been together long enough to where I've seen what don't work. So let's not use that. I've seen this doesn't work. If you've seen these compliments aren't working for her, then remember what does work. What did build her up? What up, Les? What did build her up? You understand what I'm saying? What bricks are compliment wall, compliment builders to that wall? What's the spackle in between? What's going to keep them together? And you got to put them up in the right way. So these are all things we have to figure out about our partners. And if we don't want to figure them out, then we really just want to be by ourselves. That's cool, too. Single life was fun as hell for a long time. It was fun. Fun in the mud. But so is married life. Depends on what you put into it. It's like a boomerang, like karma, all of that. You get in what you get back what you put into it. You understand what I'm saying? So how much are you putting into this and finding out what else it is that builds her up? Husband in need, in search of help. It's touching. Don't get me wrong. It's very touching to hear like all the admiration and, the love and genuine care that you have for your wife, and it's also admirable. I salute you. The fact that you even took out the time to notate and figure out the things and the challenges that she's facing. So let's keep it on that. Like, you know what I mean? Like I said, I'm here to give you options. I'm never here to tell you what to do. But I want to salute you for being able to at least look at and decipher what challenges your wife is facing. Right? Like you just said, okay, like, boom, she's really, I've noticed that she focuses on her perceived flaws and she compares herself to external standards. And what else you say? I want to encourage her to embrace her uniqueness to feel comfortable in her own skin. Okay, so how do you go about doing that? If it's these external things, okay, maybe you don't compare her to those things. Don't continue with the comparison. Just compliment on the thing. Like if she say like, ooh, I wish my butt looked like that over there. Don't even focus on her butt. Talk about her legs. Ooh, man, babe, I really love. What's up, babe? Lucy Lowe in the building. Talk about how her legs. Ooh, babe, I really love how your legs make your butt do blank. Like, so now she focused on, forget that booty. My husband like my legs. Like, ooh, babe, man, your skin is looking glowy today. Like, keep her out of the comparison range. If you're because again, I salute you on being able to notice and see what challenges she's facing. If she's comparing herself to external things, maybe it's the TV she watching. If she see these people, where is she's getting these external comparisons from? Are y'all walking around the mall and it's a bunch of baddies in y'all city? Where y'all live at? You know what I'm saying? I'm just playing. But, or are y'all watching certain television shows where she's being able to compare herself to these external things that are not, in her favor, in her mind? If that's the case, watch them with her and be like, yeah, her booty all right, but look out, her such and such ain't nothing compared to yours. And really mean it, though. Really mean it. Like, look how pretty your hair is. Man, she ain't doing nothing. Whack. Talk about the things about her. Like you say, beautiful, confident woman that she normally is. If she once was that and it depreciated somewhere along the line, then remember those things because you've noticed where they've gone to the wayside. So you remember what they were. So embrace them. Big up them 10. You understand? If the guy says something about their body not right, big up the 10 about their body. You remember always right. If she put on a couple pounds, be like, baby, yo Petty still killing the game. Like, you know what I mean? Like, talk about her again. Talk about her skin. What up, Vic Boogie? You would say, Dad, keep her away from Real Housewives. That's the truth because think about Real Housewives, ain't nothing on them real. That's all you got to say is that. Come with that. Tell her that. Like, all these Real Housewives, ain't nothing on them real. So what they going to do with that? In real spit, keep her away from the 10. Big up them 10 that's going to make her feel better about herself. You understand? Talk about the way she walk. Gal, the way you walk make my 10 go rise up all the way. And really mean it. Like if you say the way she walk make your zipper rise, grab your zipper. And be like, I bet that vroom vroomer. Bet it. These are certain things like know what it is that Biggs makes her confidence level rise and accentuate those. And do it genuinely though. Don't do this like it's no lie. Like because when you lie, you got to keep lying. You got to remember what you lied about. What up, Buckatani? When you lie, you got to remember what you lied about. So when you complimenting her, or if that's the way you're going to help her build her self-esteem back up, what's going on, Jay Steve? Where that pretty little baby at? If you're going to compliment her, make sure you compliment the things that you really mean because you can repeat them in your sleep. That's the thing. Truth doesn't change. The truth never changes. So you can tell it today, you can tell it tomorrow, you can tell it 10 years down the road. You understand what I'm saying? Like, what up, Chi-Town Rob? The truth doesn't change. So if you compliment her truthfully, then it shouldn't be an issue with the fact that, she believes you, one, and two, you believe you. Hello, McFly. So, this is a delicate situation. And, you're a husband and you reaching out to me on how to navigate with the sensitivity, but with effectiveness, right? Because you specifically asked me, you said, homie, do you have any suggestions on how I can approach this delicate situation? Yes, I do. First and foremost, again, I commend you for recognizing what's going on. Now, to help regain her confidence, remember, communication. Talk to her. Listen to her. These are the things I'm reiterating. Talk to her and find out, because apparently you already found out what she, exactly. Don't lie to pacify your woman. You're right, Rob. Don't lie to pacify her. Tell her the truth about the things that you enjoy about her. So you ain't got to worry about she ain't got to worry about the things in your mind that might not be appealing in that area. Yeah, she might have a flat butt, but something about her, she been at that flat butt. You understand what I'm saying? So what up, Monty Mont? You understand what I'm saying? So it's like you got to talk to them with truth, right? Confidence, communicate with them, talk to them, listen to them. What up, Salih? Communicate with them. Listen to what it is they're saying. Don't just hear what they're saying. Listen to it. If she's telling you that, she's feeling a little less confident in your relationship because she don't feel like she's being paid attention to, then pay attention to her. If she feel like she want to get back into where, I want to start working out, walk with her. These are small, little bitty things you can do as long as you're listening. Remember, communication is a two-way street. You have to actively listen to absorb, not to respond. Yes, you'll respond because you're communicating, but you want to absorb what that person is saying to you. You have to listen to them. Communication is key. Sit down with her. Express your love and admiration for her. Let her know, babe, I got you. I love you. This is the things I love about you. You ain't got to point out anything that she may be lacking confidence in, the fact that you love about her, but just point out the fact that you love her. Say some specific things about her. Like, maybe you do add in the physical attributes that you love about her every now and then, if that's what's knocking her. I'm just saying, don't make it the entire focus of what the conversation is about. Encourage open dialogue about anytime you're feeling this way. If you even start to feel this way, let's talk about, let's sit down. Let's discuss. See where my head is at. And I'm going to see where your head is at, because I may be thinking the same thing about you. I'm walking around here in sweats and hoodies every day, and you looking at Idris Elba on TV. You're like, damn, I wish my husband dressed like that. Or, I wonder what he smell like. You know what I mean? Put action behind those words as well. Rob Kyler said it best. Put some actions behind those words. If you love her hair, play in it. If you love the way her legs look, put them across yours. Rub that calf meat. Rub that thigh meat. With your nose even. Be sensual. Love what you love and love it a lot. And I guarantee the confidence meter will boo, 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 boo. Because the difference between confidence and conceit. You're not building anybody up to be conceited. No, you want people to be confident, because when you're confident, you walk different. You talk different. When I walk into a room and I'm feeling good about walking into that room, I can't tell I'm 5'5" until I stand next to somebody who's 6'5". I'm thinking I'm the tallest thing in the room when I walk in a lot of times. But even when I stand next to somebody that's 6'5", holding a full conversation, until I dap them up, I don't even realize at that point that I'm that much not 6'5". Exactly. Thigh meat equals pillows, baby. That's the best way to lay down that thigh meat. That's the best place to watch a movie at. What Amber Mack say, encourage her to stop hanging with people that make her feel less than. Whoa, ting-a-ling-a-ling, school bell ring. That's a word right there. And I ain't 5'3", right? I'm 5'5", I'm 65 inches tall. You know what I'm saying? What up, Burt Moore? But y'all just hear Amber, though. If y'all ain't listening to Amber, if all my people on Facebook, one of my listeners on Instagram just said, she said, encourage her to stop hanging with people that make her feel less than. Booyaka, booyaka. That's a word right there. Because sometimes the company you keeps you in a rut. You are the 5 people you hang with the most. That is you. That is your character, basically. The 5 people you hang with the most is a compilation of your character. What up, JoJo? Vaughn Alderbridge and this thing. You are the 5 people you hang with the most. So if she's around people that are making her feel that way, what's up, Tasky? If she around people, Danville, stand up. If she around people that make her feel less than, man, you got to keep her, encourage, not make her, but encourage her. Encourage her, because you don't want to make anybody do anything, right? Exactly. Those people usually be single and miserable, or they be in a relationship they're not happy in, so they mentally single but physically connected. So those people, if people making you feel less than, encourage her to be away from those people, or. And you know how the number one way to encourage her? Like Rob Kyler just said, put some actions behind those words, bring her around you more. There it is. Have her around you more. If you the one that build her up and make her feel good and you want her to be in that realm, then bring her around you, because you're going to help build her up. If you're in the man cave, bring her in the man cave. But still pay her then you got to pay her some attention, though. You can't be expecting to be building her and you talking nothing about the game and she don't know nothing about the game, right? Whatever game you watching, hockey, football, baseball, basketball, whatever you watching, in the man cave, you may be watching Project Runway. I don't know what the hell you watching in the man cave. But whatever it is, you got to pay her some attention if you're going to bring her in there. You got to it's not a family cave. Hush, babe. You know what I'm saying? You got to bring her in there and make sure that she gets some attention too while in there. If you're going to be a builder upper of her confidence and her self-confidence, because you can't leave her by herself and expect her to do it on her own, because she's the one already in the rut. So if you're going to keep her and encourage her to be away from other people that make her feel like that rut is where she's supposed to be, then you got to give her some attention to keep her out of it. Because if not, she's going to sink right back into it. Or she's going to be in the cave with you, but on the phone, and now she's looking at nothing but comparable things going across her. You know what I mean? He said, Robert Collins says, uninvite her to your world and be open to hers. Oh, ooh. That's another. Hey, ting-a-ling-a-ling, school bell ring. It's some words being dropped out here. Robert Collins said, or don't invite her to your world and be open to be a part of hers. Be open to be a part of hers. Right. Oh, he said, invite her to your world and be open to be a part of hers. Okay, I'm about to say, that's even better. You know what I mean? So that way, y'all kind of melding y'all worlds together. But if that's the case, then don't be tripping when y'all worlds are all one big sandwich. And it's okay, man. It's cool. I be in the cave with the dog, with the wife, with the kid. Everybody. My wife already called it the family cave. I called it the man cave because it looked like a man put it all together. His hats on the wall and, Scarface pictures and Ice Cube posters and, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. But, in my heart of hearts, I know it's the cave where everybody can dwell, where they just want some of my manliness. They want to be a part of my world. And if I'm okay to let them be a part of my world, then I got to be okay with being a part of theirs while they're in my world. Because if not, then that's just being selfish. If you just letting people be a part of your world, but not open to be a part of theirs, then that's selfish, man. You got to be willing to be, giving and getting. Don't just be a recipient. You can't just be a receiver. Sometimes receivers throw touchdown. They throw the ball to the ref. You can't just be a recipient of everything. You got to be able to give something back. Monty Mon said, first we watch the game and then we watch a Lifetime movie. I'm cool with that. I'm totally fine with that. I'll go from Mahomes versus Tua to Meredith Baxter Burney. I don't care. I'll do it. I'll do it. What up, Black Bart? You got to be able to be willing to go into their world as well, right? You have to. If not, again, that's just being selfish. So, those are the things we cover. As far as activities to consider, and do things that y'all both like together. If you want to make sure that her confident, again, like if you like to walk and she like to walk, go walking. If y'all both like flea markets, go to the flea market. Even if it's something that you would normally do with the fellas, make it a couples date. If your homie got a lady that you want her to introduce her to, or maybe even not, even if you don't want to, and it just happen to be a part of what you need to build this couple thing, then make it happen. Because you never know, they may need you too. They may need to know that it's okay for couples to do these things, right? Be willing to be open to go into her world as well as willing to invite her into yours. So I hope, husband seeking help, that we helped you, myself, and, couple dates are major. They major, Rob. They major. I mean, major. You understand what I'm saying? Couple dates are hella major. What up, Real the Truth? Salute, bro. I need to come down to the truth spot. Hit me up. Let me know when the next time y'all rocking. But yeah, couple dates are major, Rob. These are things that must happen, because if not, then you kind of just ostracize on your own couple island, right? And you want to be able to feel comfortable and see other people out and smile and laugh. And it just feels good to be around other love. Love begets love, right? So, so hopefully, as always, I appreciate everybody who tuned in and tapped in. Exactly, especially when you're trying to learn about the opposite sex. If you try to figure out what women do, like go out with a couple of women and they guys when you and your woman. Then you can really get a chance to see how women move, like, because you'll see, so if you just observe it enough to watch how people move in between. If you get a chance to watch how people move in between actions, in between ordering food, in between, like, how they interact with one another, a lot of times it's similar to how you and yours act as well. If you try to learn the opposite sex, exactly, most couples are going through the same thing, especially if y'all close in age. If y'all close in age, y'all really going through the same thing. Truth be told. So, again, I always appreciate everybody who tuned in and tapped in. Thank you to Robert Kyler. Always thank you to Dakari Kofi. Thank you to JoJo Alderbridge who came on and said some things. Les Covington, all my folks. Amber, Real the Truth, Tina Wood, LV, Mara Nicole, Lucy Lowe, all y'all, Click Shell, everybody. I appreciate everybody who always tune in and tap in with the homie. I'll be back next Wednesday giving y'all another bar or some stuff. I'm going to start putting out, I may start doing a little poll earlier in the week because I started to get an influx of letters, and I thank y'all, all of y'all. So if y'all ever want to send a letter, always send it to hollaatthehomie@gmail.com. That's HOLLAATTHAHOMIE@gmail.com. Exactly. Put me in, cause I'll put you in all day. Post up in the corner on the second controller on double dribble. You gonna make that 3 every time, Robert Kyler. But until next Wednesday, I'ma holla at y'all. Peace and blessings, y'all. And be nice to each other. Be nice to yourself. And most importantly, just be nice. All right. In a minute.